The alchemist picked up a book that someone in the caravan had brought. Leafing through the pages, he found a story about Narcissus. The alchemist knew the legend of Narcissus, a youth who knelt daily beside a lake to contemplate his own beauty. He was so fascinated by himself that one morning he fell into the lake and drowned. At the spot where he fell, a flower was born, which was called the Narcissus. But this is not how the author of the book ended the story. He said that when Narcissus died, the goddesses of the forest appeared and found the lake, which had been fresh water, transformed into a lake of salty tears. "Why do you weep?" the goddesses asked. "I weep for Narcissus," the lake replied. "Ah, it is no surprise that you weep for Narcissus," they said, "for we always pursued him in the forest. You alone could contemplate his beauty close at hand." "But was Narcissus beautiful?" the lake asked. "Who better than you to know that?" the goddesses said in wonder. "After all, it was by your banks that he knelt each day to contemplate himself." The lake was silent for some time. Finally it said, "I weep for Narcissus, but I never noticed that Narcissus was beautiful. I weep because each time he knelt beside my banks, I could see, in the depths of his eyes, my own beauty reflected." What a lovely story, the alchemist thought. Translated by Clifford E. Landers. Read as an excerpt from Paulo Coelho's The Alchemist. There are a lot of words that people like to think that they understand the meaning of, but take some time and have a reflection on that story. I'm wanting to do a little book study on that particular story, but also on The Alchemist. Right, the moment you've probably been waiting for is the tarot. So let's have a look at what's occurring. Just clearing out the energies. I'm going to pause the video and I'll be right back. And I'm back. All things are one. I hope that you can find and use these energies, observe them in a way that is in your life and use it for your greatest possible outcome. All things are one. I feel pulled to do an above and below reading today, a very quick one potentially here. We do 3 cards for the above and 3 cards for the below, and we'll see if we can find out what is within and what is without. Okay, we have 4 cards, so we'll do it like that then. 5 of Swords, 6 of Swords, 7 of Cups, and the 3 of Wands. Okay, so this one is the below. 5, 6, 7, something going up in increments and leading to a change. What is observed in the above is the 6 of Wands came out face up. So this is something that everybody will be able to see, or something that you can openly and easily see. This one wanted to come in the face up position but turned itself over. So this is on the horizon, so to speak, and we've got the 6 of Swords. 6, 6. 6, 6, 6 so far. Queen of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, and supporting the Page of Pentacles. And may I have one more just for the overarching energies? What is this actually pertaining to exactly? Which section of life, area of life? For the querent, point out, not seen, but the Devil, 15. So, these are the actual shadow side, I'm saying, the below. Okay, and then we've got the above here. Now I'll just read through all the cards quickly. Overarching is the Devil. 5 of Swords, 6 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 3 of Wands. And we have the 6 of Wands, 6 of Swords, Queen of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. Likely outcome is the Page of Pentacles. Right, so going back to the Devil. The Devil is the overarching card here, is indulgences. This could be lust. This could be all of the things that we cannot see within ourselves that actually bind us to our current situation. This can be the need for validation. This could be the need to be in some sort of relationship. This can be drugs. This can be sex. This can be alcohol, but for all of the wrong reasons. Now, this is what's being highlighted, yet not being negative, we move into the beginning of this energy, right? So we've got the 5 of Swords here, and in this particular card, this is the shadow. Okay, so there is some sort of competition that's happening. The 5 of Swords, there's competition with somebody who's up top, who's understood what's occurring, and can you see how that person is looking over to the second place? First place, although it's not marked as 1, 2 and 3, but the first position holder, the center, the one that's able to balance themselves straight down the middle, looking over to the left, it would be that person's left, which is the emotional side, the spirit guidance. This person here is looking rather pleased with themselves. They're not unhappy that they are not in first place, and they're not unhappy that they're not in third place. Yet on the right hand side, on the physical side, it can be seen that actually you're not where you wanted to be, although you're not far off. This is also giving me the energy of somebody who is rooted in passion and yet is unable to see the blessings that they have in front of them. Now, in the above, we've got the 6 of Wands. So it goes from 5 of logic, of mind, into the 6 of passion. It's being celebrated. So if you are in, regardless of which position you are in here, you are being celebrated, either by spirit or by people who you can't necessarily see, or who cannot see you at this point. You are being celebrated by them. The lights are all shining upon you. Maybe that's what's stopping you from being able to see. It could be that your actions at the moment are being highlighted. Okay, what's interesting is that it moves over to the 6 over here. So we've got 5, the number of the middle of the transformation stage, this mental transformation here that happens with this competition and winning in this competition. And I can say that you are winning in this competition because we've got 5, we've got the middle part here, and it leads on to the celebration, which usually comes from winning, right? For doing something that is good for you, which is observed by others to be good for you. And we've got 6, 6, 6. We've got this is the unconditional love is what some people like to say, the 666 here. And it's like Archangel Michael is, he's looking down upon you. Because Archangel Michael's number 999, 666 is just the polar reverse. It's like the above and the below, so to speak. But here you can see the transformation. Why are you being celebrated? Why are you holding on this podium place here? It's because you're moving away from all of the toxic elements, these past parts of your life, which is denoted by the devil. Okay, you're moving, your back is turned to it and moving away. You're following spirits using, this is mind. This here, especially as it's swords, it's using that logic to see what was it. What was it that was keeping me in this position and coming away from them? And as you're stepping out into following spirits, following mind and logic and reason, right, you're stepping into a sunnier place. You're able to be more at peace, and it starts to bring you into the lush of nature. You know, they're both looking to each other. It's like, where should we go next? Where are we guiding me to? It's taking that step of faith and coming out of a place that doesn't serve us, right? And this is from the shadow. Now, if you look for the above, this is also reflected here as crossing an emotional front, right? It's coming away from somewhere that you can no longer see, right? Where the background has rain and storms, and you know, you're surrounding yourself in that passion. It's keeping you warm, right? You're rooted in some sort of way here, and you're being guided again through to these new shores by spirit. You got free and free up here, 6. You got the 3 crows on each side. Okay, 3 crows pulling you, and 3 crows looking forward and observing where to move through to. And you can see that there is spirit is shown here in the background too. So I really like how in line you are with yourself at the moment, seeing as you've got the 6 below in the shadow and the 6 above. All right, moving from the devil energy, transforming yourself and keeping yourself balanced, keeping yourself in that pole position, looking to second place, and yet still honouring third place. We've got the gold trophy here with blonde hair. Okay, celebrating in that success because you're moving forward in the right direction. Okay, we've got the 7 of Cups coming in here. Now, the 7 of Cups for me is usually, at least in the Rider deck, it's the 7 deadly sins. It's the things that can trip us up. Okay, but here we've got somebody who is nurturing themselves. They're having a drink, they're studying, they're journaling a lot, right? And they're really looking into each of the cups to see what these cups actually hold for this person. She's contemplating them and she's allowing them to be. There is some sort of transition of passion into like the third eye sort of chakra area here. It's uncovering that which was inside of each one of these cups, all of the things that used to make you tick or do make you tick, and then acknowledging them. It's acknowledging the shadows that are left from within the cups and incorporating them into your psychic ability, into your all-seeing eye, so as to not fool yourself, you know, and that keeps you away from inadvertently entering into that devil mode that you can do, right? Because it happens to us all and it's completely natural. And this happening below actually enables you, as above, to come into this Queen of Cups energy, right? It's the mastering of your emotion, because you're able to understand what each of the cups holds and what emotion that is, incorporating that into the mind and being able to see with your third eye what it is that governs your emotion, right? And how to differentiate that between the devil, which is why you hold this podium position to be celebrated and pushing you forward on this beautiful journey. And this Queen of Cups energy gives you that ability to be sovereign in your own emotion. it's when you're able to be completely truthful and honest with yourself, the way any queen would want to be treated, so that she can make the best decision necessary. This is very, very beautiful, peaceful energy, right? Now, taking that in the shadow, we've got here about, right, we've got somebody who's thinking about going on an inspired journey. They're at the moment resting, contemplating. They're clean. They've just cleansed themselves of everything, and now they're wondering, where will my life go? We've got a postman there. Who knows? She might have been a bit of a naughty girl, and the reason why she's all nice and clean now is because the postman's left. But let's not think about it like that. Instead, this could be that there are letters arriving, or that you have just sent a letter and you're wondering where this letter is going to lead you in this journey that you're planning, that you're thinking of, and you're resting at the moment. Your passion is more than just the fireplace that's here. It's coming out above. You know, it's reflecting. We've got the light on the outside, passion outside, passion inside. We've got the transformational lizards that are each looking around this passionate energy, the red candles, the red pillows. Yeah? And this above is what's going to translate into your Ten of Pentacles. It is your own personal dream. It's like the way the Tree of Life has felt your vibration, right? Keeping yourself to yourself unlocks the hidden element of DAAT, DAAT, within the Tree of Life. I suggest you go and look at what that is. Okay, I can see a golden retriever here. That seems quite prominent to me. It could be you. This doesn't necessarily. I don't. It's hard to say. It's like it could be meeting somebody within a playground sort of area, and discussing, even exploring all of the different shapes of life that exist, and being at one and being peaceful and enjoying the life there, enjoying life in the sharing of the observation of what is surrounding you. I mean, if you look, there's a little girl there with her hand that's covering the lady's belly, and her other hand is holding or touching the pentacle that the gentleman's holding there. The dog is looking towards the belly also. This could denote some sort of pregnancy. Definitely of the heart, whatever it is, whether it's a new idea or an actual pregnancy, there's definitely hearts there. We've got two different colours of green, emerald on the bottom, and she's holding in her right hand, in her physical side, the passion of life, which is actually, looks to me as if it is the same pentacle that's displaying the Tree of Life in the top there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 candles all lit up there with the fairy lights on the top. These 5 oil lanterns is transformation. Okay, and looking to the outcome here, we've got the Page of Pentacles. Now, pages, as you will know, will usually denotes messages, or it can be something new, growing, something that's still quite young. It can be when it's in the Pentacles. This could also be pregnancy, as I said. However, we have an adolescent here. We don't have this person here. To me, looks like they can be just under the age of 20, probably between 16 and 20 years old, right? So we've got something new something new within your environment that's growing. There's nature here, there's balance. I'm seeing Jupiter as well. It's almost like this whole journey that you've been through here, right? Maintaining this cycle, because in order to uncover the devil within, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but just the way I mean that is our shadow that we haven't acknowledged, that it's very, very difficult to acknowledge within ourselves because of it's something that we really don't want to resonate with. It's Ozen zero spot. Everything I am is everything I'm not. Being able to know that what I feel I am, the opposite must be true as well. And if I'm able to see how I am not everything that I say that I am, then at least I can always make sure that I'm aiming towards being the very best version of what I feel that I am, or what I want to be that I am. That keeps me on my path to make sure that I'm increasing and growing at the same rate as the universe, pi. Okay, but all of this, you've got the Ten of Pentacles and then go to the Page of Pentacles, which is beautiful, because it's showing that this is the right direction to creating that dream, that in your environment. This could be like this card here. Normally, right, if it was the outcome, it would be like, boom, you've got it, right? But this is like the dream. This is like the divine moment of coagulation of all of this energy. Everything that you needed to observe within the cycle kind of comes out here to then birth the new cycle, right? Because after you've birthed this new cycle here within your environment, within your world, within your reality, you then start a new cycle. I feel this is a very beautiful read, and I will be reflecting myself on how this relates to me, and I hope that in some way, shape or form, everybody else can acknowledge theirs. Remember, the two cards that came out face up, as I can remember, was the Six of Wands, and I believe it was the Six of Swords. Now, it flipped up and went down. So that would say to me that maybe some people can see that, or maybe you can see that you've gone on this journey across the emotion and you're about to step out onto these new lands. Maybe you feel that you are, but maybe you also feel that you might be stagnant, which is why it flipped back over again. But for sure, you are being celebrated. Whether this is you celebrating yourself, or whether spirit is celebrating you, and by celebrating you, you are experiencing those what people call the coincidences. You might be seeing lots of angel numbers: 777, 1111, 222. 888, and I've also got 666 here. Not to mention, we've got the sequence of 5, 6, 6, 6, 7. That's massive in terms of progression, right? Because we're going from thought to passion to thought to emotion. Yeah? Blessings to you all.